Close up two as they race past the first time. And then comes Mystic Dan down on the inside of West Saratoga. Resilience next. Then comes Society Man on the outside of Just a Touch, Catalytic along the rail. Nordic is next, saving all the ground into that turn. Then comes Catching Freedom, Domestic Product, Rambo the first. Then Japan's Forever Young down on the inside. Sierra Leone has three horses beat. They are T.O. Password, Honor Marie, and Endlessly. So this important half mile coming up here. They've run that first half in 46.63 seconds. Paces even enough, not flying. Track Phantom the leader. Just Steel perched up on the outside second. Fierceness is third just outside of them. Then Stronghold, Mystic Dan to the inside. Epic Ride 3 wide. West Saratoga in behind that group. Then Stronghold, he's got 7 lengths to make up. Look back for Sierra Leone. He's still about 14 lengths behind as Track Phantom passes the half-mile pole with the lead. And Fierceness is moving now. And going right with him is Just Steel. The three of them across the track. Then Long Shot Epic Ride. Mystic Dan toward the inside. Stronghold is next. Then Fierceness. Sierra Leone and Forever Young still with work to do. Forever Young is starting to pick it up as they come toward the top of the stretch. It is Fierceness who's moving up on the outside of Track Phantom. And there on the far outside, here comes a run from Stronghold and Resilience. And Resilience has now moved up to take the lead as Fierceness is given way, coming by the 16th pole, and Mystic Dan is now come through on the inside. It is Mystic Dan down toward the inside with the lead in the final 16th. Forever Young, Sierra Leone is coming.
Forever Young,
These three
there you
coming
go,
down the wire.
go.
Who's it going to be? Oh, it's a photo of the Derby.
No.
Oh, it's a photo. Was it Mystic Dan or was it Sierra Leone? Forever Young was between them. Catching Freedom, finish fourth. A photo finish to decide the 150th Kentucky Derby.
One of the tightest finish we have seen in the Derby. In 1996, Jerry rode Grindstone to win by a nose. It was too close to call and determined by a photo. That's the last time we were this close in trying to figure out who won the Derby. It's a bob of a head at the end. We get a tight look now at the finish as the three come down towards the end.
It looks like Mystic Dan
on the
by
inside.
A nose, by a flared nostril, but obviously that's a very subjective and unofficial thought.
Mystic Dan on the inside. It is the mirror there that will get the photo. So at the end there, as you watch them bob, that's the only look that's right down the line. And that dramatic finish here. One more look at the very end. The mirror is where we're looking. Mystic Dan was a horse holding off the other two at the end.
And a brilliant decision by jockey Brian Hernandez to force his way through on the rail as he turned for home. That was the difference, Mike, in winning and losing.
And if it's Mystic Dan, it is the Oaks Derby double. The Kentucky Oaks, the top race for the 3-year-old fillies, held yesterday in front of 100,000 plus here at Churchill Downs. And if it's Mystic Dan, then Kenny McPeak and Brian Hernandez Jr., trainer and jockey, have done the first Oaks double since Ben Jones in 1952.
So you saw Brian Hernandez looking up at the replay of the slow-mo finish. He thinks he got it.
Congratulations, Tom.
Jose Ortiz came over to
They just watched it on the
winner.
replay.
Forever Young, I think, is the winner.
They saw the same thing we
Forever
did.
Young.
The numbers have not yet gone up on the board.
Is the winner.
Calvin
Forever
Burrell, the
Young.
jockey, did the double in the Oaks and the Derby in 2009. That famous late run at the end on the rail. But Brian Hernandez Jr. may in fact have a first Derby win for both he and Kenny McPeak. Here's Mystic Dan making the move on the rail to take the lead and then hold them off.
Yeah, Sierra Leone had to check going into the far turn just a little bit and then was forced wide, while 3 Mystic Dan is sneaking through on the rail. A huge difference right there in ground loss for Sierra Leone, but yet he still comes with that huge run and wears his competition down late. But Mystic Dan has too much. This is exactly the way he won the Southwest in Arkansas, right up the rail.
The same kind of rail run coming down the stretch, right? Sierra Leone was doing his thing again and lugging in and bumping a little bit with Forever Young, who he finished alongside. That didn't help him any, but wow.
Kenny with Kenny McPeak.
draw helped us a
Hey,
lot.
with me is Kenny McPeak.
The Kentucky Derby is about to be finished.
I mean, they haven't
soon.
posted it yet. You don't assume anything in this business.
It only lasts
But
for 10
Brian
minutes.
just
So
did an
shout out
amazing
to all
job.
you
I mean,
subscribers.
just a
And shout out
brilliant,
to all of
brilliant,
you guys.
brilliant
And
jockey
hello to
and
all
ride.
the
I mean,
guys.
you know, the draw helped us from the beginning. We talked about that when I was shocked Dornack broke bad, but Brian is amazing. You know, probably one of the most underrated riders in racing, but not anymore, right?
You told me earlier this week that you thought your horse was a little overlooked, but that's okay. That was the best shot you've had of the other horses you've ever brought here.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we didn't have the greatest trip.
The name of the horses is Mystic Dawn. Yes, Mystic Dawn
In
is
case
the
you didn't know,
winner.
Kenny McPeak has just won the Kentucky
Mystic
Derby.
Dawn
It's
is the
official.
number 18
That's
horse.
tight. Look
He's
at
the winner.